You know, back in the day, me and my cousins, man, we used to ride around the country and we may hit something like this. I see you watching. I know you probably losing. It's a shame. Trust me, cause I know it's hard when you looking at me. I know it's hard. So I say, hey, hey, hater. So I say, hey, hey, hater. Hey, hater. I see you watching me. Take a picture if you dare. It might last longer. Cause I've been shining for a while, and I don't plan on stopping.
Welcome back, JCTV special presentation. I'm happy about this one, man. I go way back with this brother, man. We upstate Carolina boys, you know, that Gaffney, Spartanburg, that connection, that whole little area right there. You know, we grew up playing and competing against each other, but as you get older, you start you start meeting people, building connections with people, man. And I didn't know this dude could sing like that because me and him worked together for a while, man. And you know how people that can sing the way he sings, they always walking around singing all the time. He would hit a little something, but I didn't know he was doing this. And we're gonna get to the red one. Like when I finally heard it in 22, I'm like, dude, what are we talking about here? What are we doing? So I just want to introduce, man, partner of mine, T Staggs. We're gonna get through your whole. I don't want to. We're gonna talk about
Right.
Southern Soul Era Volume 2, but I'm gonna take them back to just to get a proper. If they don't know, I'm gonna introduce them to the rest of it. But we're gonna definitely get into your new project, man. Welcome to my platform. Welcome to the show. I'm glad we're doing this, brother. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing fine, man. Hey, I appreciate this, man. I'm appreciative of you invite me on your platform, man. This is something, this is something new for me. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep it real, which is something new for me, but I'm glad I can come on this platform, man, and let the people know who I am. Been
You're a natural,
around, but
brother.
people don't know who I am. So that's
Yeah,
what's
you're a
up.
natural, man. You know you could talk, you could do everything. You got the personality to do it, man. And plus, you have a great product that you need to get in front of people. I know you say you don't do this, but you should be making the rounds, man. And we're gonna try to get this out there, and you should be doing more of this, man, because more people need to know. I know you had a big follow. Like I just saw your followers, man. I was like, man, bro, got a whole bunch. He got a lot of followers on Facebook,
I
so
don't
you
know how
got to.
that happened, man. I don't
Yeah,
know how that
yeah,
happened,
you
man.
know how it happened, man. You're like you see, even when you don't try and you get them, like that tells you something right there. You look up, it's like 25, 26,000 people. Like they coming for a reason, you know. So go give them some more, man. You gotta get
Let's
you
get
on
them
TikTok.
some more.
I hate TikTok, but you gotta get on there. You gotta get, man. You gotta, and we're gonna talk about. I'm excited. You can tell. If people can hear when I start talking like that, I'm excited about something. You gotta get you got to get this out, man. You got to let more people know. Like I said, I know some people know, but you got to get it out. You
Got
gotta
to get it
push
out
this.
from
You got to push it
everybody.
out there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You
I
got. I
feel
know
you
you
on
you you doing the humble thing right now, man. But you got something, man. You know it. It's cool to be humble, but just you can humble brag is cool too. It's all right. We understand.
yeah. But just understand, I'm working behind the scenes, man. On especially on this one, I got some things working to get this one out. So people know who T Staggs is. But like I said, when I first started this, man, I remember I did like a Facebook post, man, when I was just like, look, man, I'm doing this for fun because I got a good job. I don't need to do it. But if
Yeah.
if somebody see who I am and somebody
Mhm.
recognize that and want to offer something, I got to listen. You know what I mean? Because it's always been a dream of mine, to always, sing. I remember when I did. I know I'm kind of moving forward, but we was talking about red wine, and I remember when I first, came out red wine, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, I want to make I want to make an album. You know what I mean? And my wife was like, you 46. What? Why now? Why now? And I'm like, you know, man, I'm a big believer in the Bible, man, and I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
Abraham didn't receive the promise till he was old, you know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
age ain't nothing but a number. So it's something I always want to do. Now I'm in a position to do it. Why not do it? Let's just go with it. You know what I mean? So that's what
Especially
we're
when
gonna
you
do.
like what you have when anything that you do with that type of people talk about skills and things, but that's God given things that you have. And you also have when you've had enough conversations to know when you talk about the word, I know you're big on faith and things like that. You move when you're supposed to move, when it's
Right,
time, and when you put yourself in a position because you know when we're younger, we're working, we're trying to get to a position, we're trying to establish ourselves, trying to have things. You can't always follow your passion and things that
right.
you want to do. You have to follow the paycheck instead of the passion.
You got to.
But the passion doesn't go away though.
It
It don't
doesn't
go
go
away.
away.
And when you get to a point, you get blessed enough to be able to, you can go like that's and what you just said is real similar to me and what I do with this. I'm not doing it like whatever comes out of this, if it becomes just whatever. But I do it
Right,
because I like to do it because it's something that I enjoy doing. I spend a lot of time and energy before I'm just getting to the point to where I got enough followers and all this stuff to even think about getting
yeah,
monetized. But I wasn't
yeah,
doing it for that. And I told people I wasn't doing it for that. And but
right,
it started coming. I was just like, I was like, I'm gonna do this in a year or whatever. And I just put my heart into it, like you put your heart into your music,
right.
and people come. You look up, you got 25,000 followers that you didn't even go solicit.
I don't even know how it
You
happened, bro.
you do know
But it
how
make
it
me,
happened.
yeah,
You
you
know
made
how
me
it
think
happened.
of,
You know how
yeah,
it
you made me think of a story though, man, that you know, you remember back in, I think it was 95, Jay-Z on Reasonable Doubt. He had a song about regrets, right?
happened.
So this is the one regret I have. So I was telling you about, you know, when I made my first album back in 2003, you know, the
Yeah.
album, the gospel album. So when I made that album, I had a guy, man, from Nashville, Tennessee, reach out to me. He invited me and my wife to Nashville. We went to his house. Jeff, I'm in his house, man. We looking around. I see platinum plaques. He produced Garth Brooks. And I'm like, he was like, Travis, he say, I need you to come to Nashville and I want you to record. Bro, I
Mm.
just got married. I just got married, man,
Uh,
probably a year. I had my first child. And
yeah.
I told him, I'm like, bro, I can't come up here, man. I got to provide for the family. So that's one regret because
Mhm.
when you back then, I mean, you got to take a leap and you got to take risks. A lot of people to go to
Yeah.
Nashville, go to the big cities, man, and pursue interest in their music. They take risks, but
Yeah.
at that time, I wasn't ready to take that risk. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what would have happened, you know, if I'd have took that risk. But I'm glad I stayed because you know I'm with my wife. I got
Yeah.
my kids, you know what I mean? I got my family now, but
In,
that's a unique story though.
in due time, no, but you hear that. But I fully understand that thing about the regrets because me and you, if we talk, I hear a lot of parallels. It's like there were things that I could have had the opportunity to do back then that I didn't do. Had an opportunity to leave Charlotte, go do other things, but then I wouldn't have met my wife, wouldn't have had my daughter,
Right.
would have felt like all the stuff that came with it. And then I don't feel like I missed out on anything because anything I would like, I can still do it. We have, and that's like I tell people, we have if you're blessed to have a long life, these are things that nobody says you got to do it when you're 23, when you're 24,
Right, right.
25. You can be 46 and do it. You can be 40, you can be 50 and just put out one of your best projects or the best project you put out. There's no time limit on blessings and talent and things like that. I always believe that because I'm in one of these. I used to fuss about when I'm running out the door, I'm late, so I had to go back and get something. I used to get mad about that, but now I
Right.
understand. I'm being delayed for a reason. I'm either missing
Yeah,
something that I wasn't supposed to go into,
right.
or I'm putting me on time for something else that was just there for me. I'd let things happen because like I can't dictate all my moves and why they happen like that. I know there's a plan for me for that, and you do things when you're supposed to do them.
When you're supposed to do it, man. I like you said, it's a plan. So, I mean, I look at it as, you know, I'm doing something because you always got to put work with faith, right? So I'm working and I'm like,
Yeah,
in due time, you know, God, if it's in God's will, God's plan, it'll happen because I'm putting in the work.
yeah,
Because, you know, like we say, we man of faith, faith without works is dead. So I'm putting in the work and I believe. So if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. But I'm not stressed if it don't. But if it does, it's all good. I'm playing with house money. You know what I mean? So
playing with house money, like you said, I'm gonna put my all into this, just like you put your all into your music, and just see where it take me, where he want to take me, where I want to go. So
see what happens, baby.
Let's see what happens with that. But you jump from 2003. Like what I want to jump to is 2022. We're gonna get into before we get into. I was just talking to you about this one again, offline before we got started here, man. This red wine, man, and I'll tell you because it's in my Wu-Tang cup. You see my Wu-Tang cup here, but I got red. I just said just for the night. I gotta have me some red wine. I gotta be some red for this because this was a dope project, man. And I want to start getting into the specifics of the music, man, because I told you, this is when I listen to this, and I want to walk through getting to volume 2.
Okay.
Southern Soul Era volume 2. But a lot of times to understand a project, you got to go back and look at the catalog and understand how you landed there. And that's what I started. When I was working on getting ready for this, I listened to the new project first, but then I was like, let me go back and see how he landed here. And I'm always interested in the creative process and what you're thinking at the time. I always go to what is somebody going through when they made this? What did they hear? What inspired this? And this right here, this is when I listen to this, I told you I hear the music, the R&B music that we grew up on, that we came of age on in the 90s and the things of that nature. Before I start playing some of this, and we're gonna do it, but just tell me what went into making this project and what inspired you to do this one.
So I'm just before I even get in there, I'm just gonna give a shout out to my little cuz. My little cuz, his name is Sharon Scott. That's who do all of my producing. We collab on writing and everything. He's way younger than me. He's like 20, maybe 25 years younger than me. And I remember when we first started, because me and his brother hung out. So his brother, we grew up together. We all cousins and stuff. So, and this guy, Sharon, man, he done produced for John Legend, Rick Ross, people of that nature. He lived down in Atlanta now. So about this album, as I was telling you beforehand, this is about
hold on. Can I say something real quick? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, because I'm glad you brought him, because I was going to ask about him, because I'm always the one who read the inner notes and read the credits.
Right.
And I saw him all over it. I'm like, who is this? Because I see them all over the place and I hear what they're doing. Sorry, but I wanted this. I didn't want to skim past that, because that was definitely one of my questions. Shout out to him. And he's outstanding where he's as young as he is. He's 24, 25.
He's young, man. He's talented.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, shout out to him.
I can tell him what I want, and he makes it happen. But I remember, like I was talking about his older brother, I remember when we was in his house, man, and his older brother was making beats off of video games. That's how it started. And he got hooked on to it that way, and he done progressed to where he is now from there. So how we got to this project, I'm like I said, it's been 20 years since I was in the studio. So I reached out to him and I was like, look, man, I want to make an EP. I want to, so this whole red wine is kind of, because this is my first time back. So this is solely him. But the good thing about him is he know my life. So he writes with me and he collabs with me and we come up with things like this. But I remember we met at Starbucks and he was like, what you want? I say, this is what I want. And this is what we created. So yeah, the creative process was that, I'm a 90s guy. So I'm a Jodeci guy. That's my favorite group of all time, straight Jodeci. So, and I'm a Charlie Wilson guy too. That's, to me, don't nobody sing live better than him. So, so when we came up with this red wine, man, I was a little more in the background because, again, this is my first time back in the studio. I didn't know what to expect. So they had to really pull things out of me because I've been missing for 20 years. So how we came up with that, we came up with some great songs, man. And this is a great album too, man. It's my first one back. And like you said, it gives you that 90s vibe, man. I get a lot of props on this album and, I'm digging it.
So before we get into the music, you said something that made me, talk about the gap. It was your first time back in a long time. Right. I want to know what inspired you to take that step. I get you being in the studio and they had to, and that's what and see, even as that young brother and whoever else was in the studio with you, pulling that out of you. That's what it's one thing to make beats. It's
Right.
another thing to produce and to
Right.
know him knowing your life, what to write, what to give you,
Right.
how to
Right.
paint that, give you that background to tell your story. Producer, man, that even make I'm more impressed with him even hearing that. But then
Right.
being able to help you get back in condition and to pull that out of you. But what inspired you to take the step to reach out to him to say, I want to do this again? Because I think that's
Well,
important.
right. So from, life happens. So,
Mhm.
I went through some things in life, for all them years where I wasn't allowed to do this. Now, mind you, I was still singing. I was still singing in church and, things of that nature. But to make an album, it wasn't on my mind at that time until like around 2021, 22. I'm now put in a position because let's just be real, this stuff costs. This ain't free,
Mhm.
So now I'm in a position to where I can do this. So, like I
Yeah.
said, I reached out to him. I'm like, this is something I always wanted to do. Like from the 90s, even before I made my gospel album, I always wanted to make an R&B album. Always from the 90s. It's just crazy. It took 20 to 25 years to do it, but I finally
Yeah.
did it. So, and plus you got to think too, during that time from '03 to 2002, I mean, he was just a youngster then. So like
Yeah.
you say, God put puzzles together. He wasn't even nowhere in the space at that time.
Right. He
So
wasn't
by the
even.
time I'm
Yeah.
ready to do it, now he's in the space, he's seasoned, he's good, and God, the way God put things together, man, is just remarkable. So I was able to reach out to him and we was able to make this thing happen, man. I just wanted to do it. Like I said, I remember sitting at the kitchen table and my wife was saying, why at age 46 you want to make an album? I'm like, because it's something I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Simple. Ain't got no other answer for you.
That's
It's
it.
something I always wanted to do, so I'm gonna
That's
do it.
it. That's it. And it's funny because the person that you needed to partner with this wasn't ready at the time. Like all that big,
Right,
so that makes perfect sense right now.
right,
All that
right,
time, it makes sense right now. The person that you needed to partner with on it, and the person you needed to help get you over that finish line, he wasn't ready yet. He wasn't there yet.
right.
He's still growing up. So
That's
yeah,
it.
man,
That's it, man.
that's
That's
dope.
it. So
So let's take a look. Let's take. I'm gonna take a breeze through some of these. We're gonna let
okay.
everybody who isn't already familiar with this project. Let's see. Do you want me to just skip through it? Do you want to? Let's go through and we'll talk a little bit about each one of these songs, man. Because like I said, I was listening to this all day yesterday and part of today. So
Okay, that's great.
let's see. Let's start off with Fall. Let's go right here.
Fall into that four-letter word. I seen you fall. Your heart been left on the curb. Let's pick it back up and mend that. You give, I give him back, baby. But you gotta fall in love, in love, in love, in love, love. But you gotta fall in love, in love.
Let me go back. I'm skipped because it was at the scroll down. Let me see. Perfect. That's the opener. And it's important to play them in order too.
Yeah. Perfect. Nice.
Oh girl, let's make love. As soon as we wake up, you were all I could dream of. Yeah. And even there you were perfect. My queen, my desire. It's getting hot temperatures.
Question: Which were like the one that you pushed? The same? Is this the one, or was it the one that's later in the album? Was it the last song?
Which
Number 8?
one? Which one? What was the question?
That you put that you promoted the most, the one that you put out there the most when you dropped this? Which one did you push the
Oh, that
most?
red wine. The red wine. I
The
had a
red one.
video, with me and my wife on that red wine.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, let's say because I know it sounded. I remember this from that's what's triggering for me because when it first came out, this was one that I was listening to a lot. So let's go back. Let's see. There it
It's rising, staring at you like it's perfect timing. I swear you are perfect. It's deeper than the surface. You make me feel worth it. That's why you deserve it. That's why you're perfect. You're amazing. You deserve it. Kisses in
Go ahead and fall again. Second time.
Hit.
Yeah, we need it in order.
fall into that four-letter word. I seen you fall. Your heart been left on the curb.
This is Quiet Storm music. This Power 98 Quiet Storm music. Y'all remember that? This is exactly what it came on.
Hey, it's that easy listening, man.
Yeah,
It's easy
man. This was 101.9. There we go. Yeah.
Let's pick it back up and win that. You give five, I give 10 back, baby. But you gotta fall in love, in love, in love, in love, love, love. But you gotta fall in love, in love, in love, in love, love, love. But you gotta fall in love.
I do have a question now when I'm listening to this, because this is just a music talk. So when you get into, and that's why I was real particular about going back to the top, because for me, I understand how sequencing and the order of music works, because you don't always record it in this particular order.
in the particular, right.
Yeah. How did you decide once you recorded this? How much time and what's the process like of picking the sequencing and what goes in what order?
Well, it's kind of a feel. You get a feel, singing all my life and, singing in groups and knowing how order is supposed to happen. You know how to put things in order. Like, do you want to come hard first, or do you want to build up to it, or do you want to just mellow it out, how it goes? So, but really we discuss it. I'll tell like him my order. This is how I've been listening to these songs before we even put it out. I say, this is the order I've been listening to it. And he was like, let me take a listen in that order. And if you don't like it, then he say, how about put this song right here and this one right there? And we'll just collab and come up with the order, how we wanted to list it on the album, how we wanted to come out. So it's all about feel, man. Because really, like, let's just say you don't want 3 fast songs back to back. You don't want to.
That's why I said that, because you hit 2 and then you can. This has a little bit more tempo to it. Yeah, the 3.
Exactly.
So that's what prompted that question for me.
And after you may have like 2 or 3 slow ones, you like, they don't need another slow right now. Let's hit them with something with tempo. You know what I mean? So,
right. So then that is because that was real, especially important during the vinyl, tape, CD era. Now with the playlist, that people can do it on their own, but I still like the fact that just what I'm going to give you is how I see this project. This is how I think you should hear it. And it makes a difference for me how I hear the order. For me, when something then you move it around, the project doesn't always sound the same to me. The music is still the music, but it matters how you put it together to me as a listener. That's just the type of listener I am with music.
Right, because you listen to music, so a lot of albums. Some people just put fillers in there. All of them are not just, it can be a single, but you put fillers in there, but you still have to wait.
But filler is good because and you had a good point about when I say fill, because some people take filler as a negative connotation. I know what you meant by it. It is a bridge. Like, I'm bridging this. I hit you with 2-3 bangers. I can't give you 7-8 in a row of them. I need to give you something to let you take a breath. Still some good music. You're not gonna skip it, but it's not these were the back. So I understand what you're saying.
You understand? Gotcha. Yeah.
Let's get back to this red wine. Let's finish it out, man. See how the sequence is looking on this one. So let's go.
I wish you knew how much you mean to me, girl. Your photographs remind me, God bless me often. I call your phone just to hear you. Face to face, I wanna feel you. I want you to know that I'm still falling for you. Girl, you got my heart and it's yours for sure. I don't wanna sound territorial, but I just really want you to know that you're mine and I'm yours. Girl, you got my heart and it's yours for sure. I don't wanna sound territorial, but I just really want you to know that you're mine and you're mine and I'm yours.
And this is the one I had the video for right here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go back to it. So this is, and you just said something because what the inspiration for the music. How do you balance the writing of this is personal stuff, this is something I actually been through, then balancing just talking R&B talk, just general, just like when I talk about hip hop, it's like real similar. Like I'm gonna give you some real stories, but what's some of the just storytelling and things I can tell you that you can just relate to. So what's that process of just balancing that?
I think you need both, man, because your personal life. I mean, people feel that. People know when it's real and when it's fake.
Yeah.
But then I think you need to have some songs that's broad, that's in general,
that's relatable. That's relatable.
Right, that's relatable. Although you may have not experienced it, somebody else experienced that. But I think you need both on a project, because you can reach a broader audience.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Let's get into Red Wine again. So this was the one. So talk about Red Wine a little bit.
Man, this the one, man. This the one I think. This the one you need to sing at a wedding, man. With that bride coming down the aisle, man. It's that red wine. This is their real love. I mean, it's not soft. It's just real, man. I mean, and I think a lot of times, men get away from that. But I on this song, I wasn't afraid to show who I really am. You know what I mean? The soft part of me. You know what I mean?
But why do we have to do that, man? Like I get what you're saying, because it's just not in where we come from, our communities. That's I say it used to not be as widely accepted, but as people like you, we grow up and we're good with ourselves and we okay with doing that. Like, why did we even have to go through that, man?
Why you even have to go through it? Don't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense, man. But that's why we showing the next generation something different. So sorry to do it. Yeah, because these people we talking about are the foundation and the people, our partners, and the people that push us to do better, and somebody that you're going through life with. Why can't you express that and say that?
Why can't you express that? That's exactly right. You're exactly right. And that's what I did on this one.
Well, let's get to it.
That's just peaceful right there. You hear that?
How about we imagine just you and I when the sunrise, watching it happen, hand in hand, lips on lips. That's what I call passion. I don't want nobody but you. Oh girl, I mean it. I hope that you see it. How about we imagine making morning love? It's more than love. It's all about compassion. I can't wait to tell our great grandkids how we made this all happen. It's more than I imagined. I just wanna see you happy. That's all I'm asking. How about it? 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 Let's do more than imagine. Sand on the beach while we drink red wine in our glasses, relaxing.
Yeah, man, you called it when you said this is the wedding song. This is the I'm trying to not even we ain't going to the trying to get back. That's what I'm trying to solidify and tell you how I feel, like why I appreciate you so much song. Like that's the production, the writing, the way it builds up, like I said, all that. Like I listen to all that to just me. I love music, man. I love music. and I
Yeah, man, you
probably
just
think
like
about too much of the little stuff of it, but yeah, the crescendo.
I don't know which one of these artists said, man. They just recently said, but they was like R&B music needs to get back where the man is talking directly to the woman. You're not
Hold that
talking
thought.
about
I
it.
want to ask you about that.
Okay.
Hold that
Okay.
thought. You know, that's a
Okay.
good. We're gonna say alley-oop. We're gonna come back and get that later.
All
That's
right.
one of the things I wanted to talk about. So yes, good point. Hold that thought. Yeah, let's give him this red one. Let's get through this, and then we're gonna talk, and then get to
All
some
right.
other.
That'll
Let's
work.
get.
I feel safe with you, days with you, bouquets for you. I love the way you are. You know who you are. Stay with you, lay with you. Even when I'm gone, I'm never too far. You know that you're a star. We are more than ordinary people. A damsel in distress, I'll be your hero. I'll save you, keep you away from danger.
So this is when I heard, and there's a couple of them I heard, but when I hear this is where when this TV show Insecure, Reasonable Doubt, any show that's centered on black people, professional black people, black love, like those type stories. This was like one of these you would hear in one of the cut scenes and one of the
Right.
soundtrack or the score to that movie. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I went to that. That's what I hear when I hear this. Yeah, and like
But
I
you
said,
know
there's
what?
a bunch of these.
But you know what's crazy about that one, man? You know, if you listen to the lyrics in there, like one of the lyrics said, "I'll save you." You know,
Ah,
in this generation we live in, you know, some people will say, "Oh, he's a simp, man." He say,
man, don't get me started.
"Man,
Hey, don't get me started.
bruh, but
We
I
gonna
ain't even
talk about this.
sweating that."
Don't
Like,
get me started. Don't get me started,
but
brother.
I'm like, I mean, what you want, bro? For real, you know?
Because they've
So
been, and no disrespect to this brother because he's no longer with us, and he did do and say some good stuff, but it's too many followers of Kevin Samuels who
yeah,
misunderstood what I think his word was. So
right,
I don't think he was the problem. I think what people did with his word is the problem, and that's one
right.
of the things that they would take something like that. And these red pill dudes, man, they just like, what's wrong with you loving your girl? What's wrong with you
Right,
being
what's wrong with
somebody?
that? You
Somebody
know,
like,
right? Yeah,
what's wrong with that? What's
what is
wrong with
wrong with that?
y'all for thinking something's wrong with that is the question.
Right,
But
right.
then I have to
That's
say who
crazy.
raised y'all, but then I have to get on. That's when I get on my peers and us because we the ones who raised them and we gotta show them better. That
That's
was it.
it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
And some other people, and the internet raised some of them. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah,
That's
we gonna come. We gonna that's another part of that conversation that I was talking about.
okay.
Like talking to all of that is you hitting them all, you getting the points. It's like, yeah, that's crazy to even say that, man. They even have to ask that question. It's crazy. But let's finish red wine out. Let's
All right.
go.
When I feel calm, I get thoughts of you. You're the only one for me, no substitute. No weather the girl, I'm impressed with your essence. You're all mine, I'm so selfish. The way you move, I can't help it. You got it, and I won't all of you. If I had to choose, you know I'm picky.
Was this one more of an interlude? Was this a because
That's
I think
interlude right there to
yeah,
the
this is
next
an
one.
interlude. Yeah.
I kind of wish it was a whole song, but
That's what I was like, because I remember hearing this one. I'm like, and I'm looking, I was like, a minute 11. We need more. We need
yeah,
more of
that's
that.
an interlude
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
But see, the best interludes are the ones that leave you wanting more of the interlude shouldn't be let me get this over with. I want to get to the next song. This the last
Yeah.
song was good. Get this out the way. And all the great interludes are damn, I wish I had the rest of that song.
You wish you had
That's
the
the good,
rest of it.
that's the good
Hey, but
ones.
Jeff, check this out. Check this out. So we done went through 6 songs, right? So now you can see why we named this red wine. This thing is mellow, man.
No, you ain't gotta tell. You ain't gotta tell me.
You
man.
and your girl, man. Y'all chilling, man, by the fireplace out on the deck. You got some wine and you just relaxing, man. You know
the
what I mean?
backdrop to the like if you got the this is the because you know where we are now, we're married, we have couples over, we have like dinner parties, game nights, and I'm putting this on the next one we have. This is what's playing.
Right, that's it, man.
The background. This is what's gonna be playing the next time we have the couples over and do whatever we doing. This is what's gonna be playing. This is definitely on that playlist for sure.
Dang, bro, you making me. Hey, I'm reminiscing. Keep going.
Hey, man, we need red wine too. Like, hey, hold it. I don't want executive credit. I get the executive credit. Executive producer. I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Red wine too.
Just think about it. Just think about it. Hold on.
You ain't gotta question if it's love. You must be an angel from above. There is something special here between us, and I know, and you know, If you call on me, I'll pick up. You can count on me, I won't give up. Your love steady.
This one might be the most 90s R&B. There's another. That's it. This is the most 90s R&B product. This is the one. Yeah.
And you know what, Jeff? This one right here make you know that lyrics matter, man.
Lyrics always matter to me, man.
I listen to the lyrics of the song. I'm like, whoa.
So here's the thing with me. And again, I probably do too much of this and whatever. But like, of course, all of it is a marriage. It's more than one thing. So it's a partnership of that. The music, the beat, the track, all that together. The writing, how you put it together. But like if you have great music, but you ain't saying that, I still might like it, but I ain't gonna love it. Then you could be talking that talk. And if the background doesn't match, I'm like, okay, yeah. But I can't get into it because of whatever. When you get the music and the lyrics and somebody who takes their time to just say something, because it's too we know the even because I'm not one of these that thinks everything in the 90s was great. There was some lazy people writing in the 90s too. They just had great music so when you have something like this that you have a backdrop, that music and the lyrics to go with it, like this was one of them.
You know what they say too, man, you can't have a lazy listener either. You know. And that brings it back to my favorite rapper, Nas. A lot of people don't like him because they lazy listeners. They don't listen to what the man is saying, bro. So
if in him, Jay, like a lot of my favorite rap, like Nas, Jay, Kendrick, those are some of my favorite. Those are my favorite, like Andre 3000. If you, they're not simple. And they say stuff that you don't immediately get all the time. And if you're not well read or if you're not well versed, the people don't want to go. I don't want to go figure out what he said.
They don't want to figure out.
But I do. I've been the person that like, oh, what he said. I used to go run it out. I'm intrigued by that. I don't understand what he said. Let me go figure it out. He was talking about a book that I don't know. What's in that book? He was talking about something like that connected a piece of history, something that was whatever. Like I want to know what that means.
Right.
So I'm not a lazy listener though. So
that's it, man. But this song right here, man, these lyrics is
Well, we're gonna listen to this one out. Let's hear what you. Let's hear what we're talking about here. Let's go.
Flowing through my system. Tell me what you need and I'll listen. If the world started crashing, the sun setting backwards, you ain't gotta ask, I'll still be there. If there's a natural disaster, nothing's left the morning after, you ain't gotta ask, I'll still be there.
One more thing I just heard, because music is timeless. Like I was just listening to, like when I listen to something that's 20, even Outkast, I listen to some Outkast like synthesizer.
Right.
You can put that in the plot right now. Like so when you talking about natural disaster, like this, I know it's only 4 years ago, but it can be, this is applicable to right now. to the
To
day.
right now, right.
And it'll be applicable 10 years from now, 15. Like
Right.
that's what good timeless music does.
That's what it does, man. But did
Yeah.
you hear that lyric where my guy wrote the sun setting
I did
backward?
backwards. I heard it. I heard it. Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you know,
oh
I
my
heard it. Like that was some complex. Like, I was like, you got this shit off right there. Yeah.
You got it right there. But I'll still be there, baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
go.
still be there. Don't like that. I give you the sun, the moon, the star. That took that to another level. I'll
Right.
give you the word. Like that's one of those things to where. But again, now you would have somebody. I don't even like giving them too much airtime, but we have to call you a sip for saying that. Like, dog, no, this is the but. Like, if you out doing that for everybody, then you all right. You might have an argument.
Right.
I'm doing this for this person, for
this person
her,
right here.
right there. Just
Right
this
there.
one. So
Yep.
yeah. So yeah. Like I said,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what,
have
Jeff?
to
We at a point in our life now where
man,
know,
I don't care. Like I don't
yeah,
like
say, bro, you
I'm
trying to
well
get,
past
I'm talking about where
somebody.
you might be trying to get to, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm 24 years in, dog.
yeah,
So
man. Well, you got me. You got me by about 10. Yeah, y'all, you got me by 10.
yeah, all that don't matter, bro. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's hear this one out. We might have to run a little bit more of that.
You ain't got a question if I trust you. We can go your speed, I won't rush you. Let's make it perfect, let's complete the puzzle. I do this all for you cause I love you. Once in a lifetime you meet someone special. Girl, you are something special. More than a diamond, you are the whole treasure. I'll be there through whatever, any weather.
Man, I want to. Okay, I would say one more thing because this I heard the last one. I think it was the last song. It sounded like it was a Joe song, and these are all compliments, brother. It's not like I'm saying something like
right. I got
these are icons and legends and people.
Well, you already
respected.
gave me compliments on all them songs 4 years ago. You don't remember, but keep going.
Well, but you know it's genuine. Then I'm giving you the same ones I gave you. Like it's the same compliment 4 years later. But this one, all right. Let me, because that sounds like a Robert kept like one of them songs on the second album. And I'm speaking of the talent only, obviously, for Robert Kelly. And it says like just that's the way. Forget the whatever you're like. Well, you can't forget that because it was horrible. But I'm not comparing that. That was just one of those. Like I heard that, and I'm speaking of the legendary music and talent that came behind that, not the bullshit, of course. So don't nobody come at me about that because you know me. You know how I speak against that bull. I don't play that. I'm just talking about this music and what it sounds like and connected to the '90s for us. And like I hear it, like that's undeniable. So. Get to this last one, man, and then we're going because you gonna make because I might have to clip this up into 3 different parts.
Because, you might, bro. They're gonna see a change. They're gonna see a change, man.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to clip this one up, man. We got to chop this up. But let's get to this last one on Red Wine, right. Man. And let's see. So this justifies everything we just said. You want to know why I'm saying this to her? You want to know why I feel like that about her? You want to know why I'll do this for her? You want to know why all this stuff I'm saying about her because she did this.
This is she believed in me, right?
Yes.
When I had nothing at all.
When I could tell some stories like that. That's when my wife, because like, and you know, because people, especially when you know, like you successful. You do things. Everybody look and what I have to tell is a couple things I tell them about my wife. My wife's is successful too. She can do a lot of like she don't need me to do what we do. It's just like, but it's just 2 of us. doing it. Like,
Right.
first of all, there's that, and then two, wouldn't be where I am without her. But we do it for each other too. She says the same thing. It's just like we push each other to be better and to do all this stuff and to encourage each other and whatnot. Who the hell doesn't want that and wouldn't be proud to brag about that?
Right.
Brag about other bullshit. Who don't want to brag about that? It's like, why is that? Like, you can call me. First of all, I ain't gonna let you call me.
Who don't want to brag about that?
You're
right.
I ain't gonna let you call me too many whatevers before if anybody knows me. I'm shooting back. But before we get there, brother, why can't, like, I'm proud of that. I'm happy about that. I'm trying to show you that you can have this too if you like. Yeah. No.
Let me tell you this, real talk. So, and this song is fitting for this nothing at all. Man, my wife, don't you know my wife married me when I was unemployed, bruh. She married me. So now that I'm in a position I am, man, I give it a whirl, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a whirl because she done been through me through ups and downs. She been there. She didn't leave me, you know. Of course, every marriage have its problems, but she was there. She stayed there. So whatever she want, I'm in a position now I can make it happen. You know, you can get it. So because she believed in me when I had nothing at all.
Nothing at all. So, bro, I told you we got so much in common. So I'm gonna tell you, my wife married me. Now, at the time on the, and this is where people get, like, you don't get caught up in what you see all the time. And then what I had, because I was driving like a Denali, brand new, it was nice too. I was doing whatever. I was working, had a good job or whatever, but also had another side business where I was doing stuff that I got caught up. And this is like the first time, like, some people close to me know this story, but I'm gonna tell it because of what we talking about. And I don't mind, because I wanted to highlight my wife, because the business I was running, I was doing real estate on the side. I was also doing consulting for people who were buying. So I had another business. But I caught somebody who was doing bad taxes, and they did my taxes bad for like 3 years. Wasn't me, didn't know what was going on, whatever else. But I got audited. And brother, don't you know that I got a tax bill for like $90,000?
Oh.
It ended up being like that's another story for another day. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a show on that. But the point is, even it was 50, I was $50,000 in IRS debt when she married me. And she took that all. She took, because when you marry somebody, you take on their debt. On. Now my debt is your debt. And she knew what, because we cried. I talked about that and cried. Like, I told what happened. It wasn't like, she knew I wasn't irresponsible. She knew, but she understood that, and she didn't know I wasn't a bad person. And she knew that I was a hustler, as far as corporate hustling. I'm gonna go do whatever I need to do to get this right, and then not just bounce back, but to go forward after that. If she had walked away, I wouldn't have been mad. I'd have been hurt. But I'd understood. But I'd understood, because we're in our 30s at the time. We were 30. This ain't like you 20 something. You got the time. This is where you whatever. So when you talking about nothing at all, I had nothing at all. And then we go from that to she stuck with me through that. And then she went back to school. I did with her. But when I get complacent, she be like, get off your, you better than that. They owe you better than that. She does that. We do that for each other. So now I'm getting pissed off. Like, how you gonna talk about me with brag on my damn wife, man? Fuck you.
Exactly, man.
Fuck you. So she does that. She does all that, and we been through all that.
My wife a ride and die, man. My wife straight.
Absolutely.
She's straight Brooklyn. She's from Brooklyn, man. New York girl. So
my wife from Connecticut, dog.
Her mindset is different than.
It's the same shit. She from Connecticut, dog. Yeah.
So that So you already know, man.
They different, man. They different, man.
Yeah.
Them city girls different. And she don't like you messing with me, like, because she know how I am about, like, family.
Oh, I'm glad you said that she don't like, man.
Listen here.
No comment, bro, for real.
Listen, I'm gonna say it, because she don't mess with nobody unless you like. But if you, because she knows that I don't fool with a lot of people. I'm close
Right.
with family, friends, and I have my circle and everybody else. And then if you do me wrong, because she know I don't mess with nobody, I don't do nobody wrong. If you do me wrong, you on her shit list pretty much forever. I forgive people before she does. It's like, and they did me wrong, and I'll forgive them, and she just be like, nah,
no. In the same broke, yeah. I tell my wife, I say, you can't be holding grudges, but she hold grudges, man. I'm like, listen, you can't be holding grudges, man.
Listen, it's two things. She'll do that, but she's a good reader of people. Like I told her, like she'll meet somebody, and she'll be like, yeah, I don't really fool with them. I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, I'll be defending them, because she sent me a meme the other day, or a GIF or whatever, where somebody was talking about my wife is great at, like, I'll meet somebody, she says she don't like them, I spend a year defending them, and then she end up being right. And that's what she does. She read the hell out of people, and she just like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I ain't feeling them. And when she say I ain't feeling them, I go to somebody I thought was cool, and then it's like I'd be doing that thing, and it's like, God damn, you were right again.
Yeah, man.
Every time.
My wife, bro. Yeah, you describe
every time. Every time, man. Them Northeasterners, like Connecticut, that same thing, man. We would up there because we be going every time we go to Connecticut, we go to New York when we up there.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
They
for sure.
They different, but they have your back though. They there for you though, bro, for real.
Completely. And again, that's why I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. That's shout out. This is dedicated to them. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For the ladies, for CT and Brooklyn, CT and BK. Shout out to them.
That's it.
Trip overseas, I'm thinking, believe whatever you need, I got it. So don't worry about it.
And our second favorite trip behind Ghana and Africa is Belize. We're going back again this year. We're going back.
Man. Man.
We're going back in August. Yeah, that's a beauty. That place is amazing.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Man.
Amazing, man. You just feel like
man. That might be on the next list where we need to go.
I'm gonna tell you. So, man, we're gonna talk. We're gonna probably cut this in 3-4 parts. But because we used to go to, we going taking vacations and stuff, and we would go to places. We've been to, like, when you go to Mexico, you go to some European place, and just like those are great places. I love it. Don't think anybody because I know you've been to Paris, like, and there's other folks. I ain't shitting on none of that because I've been to some of them too. But I never felt like welcome. People like tolerated me there.
Right.
And I started wanting to go to places where I wasn't just tolerated, where I felt welcome and whatnot. So we started went to Aruba, went to Antigua. These are all tropical places, like southern, whatever. It's like more, it's either a mix of, it's a lot more of people of African descent, a lot more black people there. So we went there, went to Antigua, we went to Costa Rica, went to Belize, but then it's like, man, Belize is, I'm telling you, like I said, I spun the block on that one quick. We going back. We went there last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was. But I was like, we got to go back. It's like I want to buy something down there. I want to live there. It's like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. Belize, okay.
Listen, and we'll talk. It ain't even hard. Like, it's like you will be surprised what you can do it for. I'll say that, and it is top notch. So we'll talk.
Top notch. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes. So.
To see that smile on your face leaves me in a maze. I'll run through a maze just to find you.
We're gonna get this to the hook, and then because we'll stay here all day.
You believed in me, baby. You stuck by me when I had nothing at all. You're the only one for me. I'd rather have you or had nothing at all. At all, 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 at all. I'd rather have you or had at all, at all. I'd rather have you or had nothing at all.
Yeah, man. I told you we like I gotta we gonna fade it out. We gonna because we gonna play that.
Fade it out, yeah.
We'll be stuck on
And
red
we gotta
wine. But
tell,
again,
hey Joe, we gotta tell Red Wine, this ain't about you, baby. Red Wine, this ain't about you.
so red wine, go sit the quarterback. This ain't about you right now. Like we go, yeah. This ain't about the red wine. They came in here and tried to take over. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, I had one of my cousins. He keeps saying, I told him about Soul Era 2. He was like, you know, Red Wine, my number one joint. But I was like,
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like
you can see the difference in it. You can see the difference in it, though.
No, because because somebody might take that the wrong way.
Right.
This is just so good. Now, I love Southern Soul Era Volume 2, 1 and 2. This is because this is nostalgic for me this is what we're gonna talk about because stylistically, like that is traditional R&B, like R&B I grew up on, R&B I grew up like listening to R&B we miss because we don't have much of it anymore. It's a lot of that. It has nothing to that ain't no shade to any new styles of music. It's just you being nostalgic about something that you know you grew up on that you really don't get anymore. So when you get a good product like that, you act like this about me and your cousin. You said your cousin, right? Your cousin. We act like this about Red Wine because man, we don't hear that much anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That's all.
True.